My name is Chris Salat. I'm the Chief Operating Officer for Industrial Commercial Properties. And on behalf of our entire team, we want to welcome all of you here to the groundbreaking of the future distribution headquarters for ComDoc. I want to start by thanking everyone for being here, specifically our friends at ComDoc and Global Imaging Systems, the folks from Jackson Township, Art DePompey and his team from Huntington National Bank, Don Dietrich, Joe Dietrich, and Brian Osborne from our general contractor, M.E. Osborne, and of course all of our team members from ICP. I know it's a little warm here, so I appreciate everybody coming out into the sun this morning. As you know, there's only two seasons in Northeast Ohio. There's winter and there's construction. So we are happy to be in the heart of construction season, 80-degree day, late May. As you can see, the demolition has been completed. You're standing on 12 acres of what was formerly part of the Rohrer family farms. The barns are gone, the structures are gone, and we're on the doorstep of obtaining our permit to begin site work and begin to pour foundations for this great facility. No project, a build-to-suit project like this can happen without a terrific tenant, and we are privileged and honored to work with the great folks at ComDoc. And it is my honor this morning to introduce the President and CEO of ComDoc, Mr. Gordy Opitz.
Thank you very much. And as you can imagine, this is an incredibly exciting time for our ComDoc team, as it represents another significant milestone in our storied 63-year history. And just to provide a little background, we were founded in downtown Akron in 1955 by Walt Griffin in a modest 5,000 square foot facility. Over the period of time, we've continued to grow. For the first 30 years, we ran our business, and I call it as a serial entrepreneur in the most positive way. Walt built it one employee at a time. In 1985, as he decided what he was going to do with the business, we turned it into an employee-owned company. From 1985 through 2008, we had meteoric growth. We grew from 120 employees to almost 600 employees during that period of time. Our stock price went from $6 a share to $450 a share during that period of time. And in 2008, Xerox Global Imaging came to us asking about being acquired. And they continued to let us operate as a wholly owned subsidiary. We made the decision that was in the best interest of our shareholders at the time. And it's been 9 years with Global Imaging and Xerox. And what it's allowed us to do is Xerox is obviously the leader in this space. We have the opportunity to work with world-class technology, world-class people, and that carries over to us. So we still run ComDoc as a wholly owned sub, ComDoc Inc., a division of Xerox, or a Xerox-owned company. This is an exciting time for us. As I look back in our history, right now we have 4 operating entities in 4 locations in this Akron-Canton area. So we're now bringing all of those under one roof, so we'll have 285 employees at this location, and it's the first time in 40 years that we're going to be able to do that. So we'd like to thank Industrial Commercial Property, Chris Samarge and Chris Salat and Tom Porter for all their work. Our Global Imaging corporate team, which couldn't make it today, Kevin Sullivan and Andrea Hall, the Jackson Township Trustees, Randy Gonzalez and his team in the City of Canton, for your, I'm going to call it openness and effort in helping us get here. I know there was a lot of work behind the scenes, but it's going to be wonderful to be in a first-class facility where we can utilize our resources and be together to make 1 + 1 = 3, if you will. So it's an exciting time for us. Again, we thank you for all the work that you've done to help us getting here, and we're looking forward to the ribbon cutting ceremony, which should be approximately a year from today, and inviting you all back. Thank you.
In my nearly 20 years of development experience, I've found that the most successful projects that I've seen come out of the ground typically are supported by a very strong private-public partnership. And this is no different here. As Gordy just touched on, we're very excited at ICP to also work with Jackson Township, with the trustees, and with Randy Gonzalez and his team. And so without further ado, I'd like to introduce the Fiscal Officer and Economic Development Director for Jackson Township, Mr. Randy Gonzalez.
Thank you.
Thank you. They keep saying team, so I do want to make it very clear. This is the way economic development is supposed to work. There's a lot of people working together on this. We have representatives from the Chamber of Commerce here today, Denny Sonyer and Steve Meeks. City of Canton is our partner. Fonda Williams, the deputy mayor, is here. And our safety forces are here. We got our chief and our fire chief and police chief. There's a lot of work, and Ray Hexamer is another one who's not here, who is a great asset in this whole project. But as we talk about economic development, the most important thing that we don't ever want to forget, it's the economic development of ComDoc. We want to be here to help ComDoc. We want to get this building up as quick as we can for you, get you through as little bureaucracy as we possibly can. Richard Regular, one of our county commissioners, can certainly help us with some of that. Our job was to put together a financial package to get there, and we don't want to end it there. We want to make sure that we can help and assist ComDoc in being a successful company, because your success is as important to us as it is to your company. Also want to welcome 280 jobs. That's a wonderful thing for Stark County, and in Jackson Township, we'd like to say it's a great place to live, work, and play. We greatest housing and schools around. We're hoping some of your employees are going to move into the community, and we can help with that too. So I want to welcome ComDoc. It's a great business to come. We've actually been a client, been using copiers. I've been using them for like 30 years at different jobs. So I welcome you, and thank you so much for offering this great ceremony today.
Last and certainly not least, I'd like to introduce the architect of this entire project. As many of you know that have been involved with a project of this size and complexity, there's a lot of balls that are in the air at once. And our fearless leader at Industrial Commercial Properties seems to do this with ease on a daily basis. Everything from the assemblage of the land to the financing to the entitlements to the leasing. Ladies and gentlemen, the owner of Industrial Commercial Properties, Mr. Chris Samerjian.
Good morning. Thanks everybody for coming out. I really appreciate it. We'd love to thank Gordy and his team at ComDoc for believing in us and doing business with us. It's been a 3-year road, believe it or not. We started on a very different project for kind of just the office headquarters piece, if you will. But after working with ComDoc closely and their team over the years, we determined that it made more sense to put the business all under one roof and consolidate, like Gordy said. And by doing that, obviously, they're going to be more efficient. They can leverage their business further, and we actually created a bigger project for ourselves. We looked all over the region for them, and obviously we landed here in Stark County and Jackson Township. It was very instrumental in putting this all together. I'd like to also thank the Rohrer family. I mean, this property did not come available to the marketplace. We proactively went out to them. Steve Lazaridis and Dean Versopoulos of CB Richard Ellis helped us put the deal together on that side. We acquired this property, which is about 18 acres. We also then acquired the 40 acres right across the street and look forward to more development there. But I'd like to spend a few minutes, if I can, and thank, again, Gordy and his team. Also mentioned Kevin Sullivan and Andrea. They're at GIS Global, which is basically down in Tampa. They were instrumental in structuring this whole deal. Typically, GIS doesn't sign long-term leases like this out in the field. So for them to make a 10-year commitment, and like Gordy said, they've been here for 40 to 60 years in this region. Hopefully they'll be here for another 40 or 60 years. Randy Gonzalez and his team, again, extremely proactive. From the government side, acted more like business people than government, which we always enjoy, and instrumental in helping us pull this together. Ray Hexamer was important. Fonda, thank you very much for helping us put this JED together. The Rohrer family, again, instrumental. I think they were concerned about what was going to be here. This was in their family for a long, long time, and showing them what we were going to do here, explaining the business we were going to pull together, and the jobs was very important to them. Steve and Dean at CBRE, again, thank you guys. You did a hell of a job. Art DePompey at Huntington. I mean, they are our number one lender. They saw this deal from day one. They did not back off. They ran at it hard, and we secured financing for the project. Thank you very much. Don Dietrich, Brian Osborne, and Emmy Osborne Company partnering with us on the construction side of this. This is going to be a world-class facility. You know, we have headquarters of Timken and Diebold and now ComDoc. I think that's the third leg of the table. We're not going to let them down. It's going to be a top-rate facility, world-class office, spending a lot of time on design, interior function, and we all welcome you when it comes to the grand opening of the site in hopefully less than a year from now. So anyways, thank you very much for coming. Pick up your little trinkets here, and thank you very much. Appreciate it, everybody.